It's time to take a quick look at what played out at the Nigerian exchange last week, being the first trading week for the year 2024, and then do some analysis or better still assessment of the performance of the Nigerian exchange in the past year 2023. But before that, let's get talking now. The Nigerian stock market recorded an impressive start in the first trading week of 2024. The market opened for 4 trading days last week as the federal government of Nigeria declared Monday, January the 1st as a public holidays to commemorate New Year celebration. Accordingly, the benchmark index, All Share Index, ASI surged and broke through the 79,000 psychological mark to record a substantial 6.54% week on week to close at 79,664 basis points. Similarly, the market capitalization, which represent the total value of investment in the exchange, surged 2.7 trillion naira to close at 43.59 trillion naira from 40.917 trillion, 917 trillion naira the previous week. A total turnover of 320 billion naira shares worth 41.7 billion in 64,994 deals was traded last week by investors on the floor of the exchange, in contrast to a total of 1.1 billion shares valued at 31.4 billion naira that exchange earned last week in 23,969 deals. Ambrose Amodion, Chief Research Officer, Invest Data Consulting Limited, is with me now live in our Lagos studio as to do some assessments of what played out at the Nigerian exchange. Ambrose, it's still safe to say Happy New Year to you because we're definitely seeing each other for the first time this year.
The year is still very new.
Very new and fresh.
Yes.
Happy New Year to you once again.
Same here, my
Good
brother.
to have you join me on the program.
Thanks for
Let's get
having me.
talking now. The Nigerian exchange performance in 2023. What's your assessment of it? I understand very quickly that towards the end of the year, there were so many brilliant recordings that we see. A lot of high cap stocks trading performing well at the exchange last year. And we also saw Nollywood actor Richard Buffett-Damijo ringing the closing gong at the exchange. What's your take about all of the activities that played out at the exchange last year?
For me, 2023 was a bullish year for Nigerian investors.
Great.
And those that I decided to sit on the fence because of election year are now biting their finger. Because, before now in the trade of Nigeria that any election year, because we have foreign investors dominated the market, when they are going, we saw a down market in election year. But in 2019 and 2023, we saw a reversal in that direction. For me, it's a good one for Nigerian market. Yeah, despite that the market performance has a disconnection with the economy, but this is an indicator to say that yes, expectation and opportunities, drives are the one that support the market, not really the economic activity. Because to speak now, even right in this first week of the the second week of the year, if you look at the economic data, I'll tell you that there's still disconnection with what the market is happening today. But the good news is that it's an indicator for the government and the policy maker to quickly put policy to kind of complement what the market is doing, and also complement their earlier policy now to put the economy in the right direction of recovering and part of progress. For me, this is what it will do. Not need of talking too much story. And also, if you want to handle issue in Nigeria to speak today, I heard you discussing with your the first guest about the Nigeria economy.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the time for government to apply wisdom and caution in their decisions, because all indicators coming from whether IMF or saying that yes, our growth will slow down. But I believe that you are that driving the car, know where we are going. The ones watching outside might see that you are driving rough. You are not driving rough because that then it's not done on the minister.
They're trying to make you realize that, hey, young man, just take caution. Take caution.
Yeah, that's
so that you don't end into disaster.
No, because you know where you are heading. You know you're heading as a leader. Your team know where you are going.
Yes.
It's time for them to do a policy that will take you there faster, so that those that think that are not going to grow will be put. For me, to say yes, these guys know what they are doing. For me, it is not the time for our MPC meeting or to be trying to influence foreign investors to come and invest in Nigeria. No, put your house in order first. Let the economy have its own growth here. And they will see that, we have put the economy in the right direction and it's growing, it will come on their own, not with what interest rate. Interest rate will put Nigeria into a corner, will become more contracted in terms of economic activities, because already at 18.75, we are complaining. You mentioned that manufacturing sector already threatening to start shutting down, because we have not addressed the issue of what exchange challenge.
Yes.
And it has taken time for many governments in Nigeria. What is the problem in addressing exchange? That means even all the books they read all this meeting they are meeting, all the sitting they are sitting there any morning. That means that is there something that is unbreakable in this area? For me, it's a simple thing. Let's look inward. All those ministers, all those top Nigerians, all the elites that are putting money abroad, bring your money back to Nigeria. All those that have foreign currency, where you are putting hard currency, let's this Nigeria move forward. All of them, they don't have Nigeria as first. They have themselves as first. That is why when you said I sent to Nigeria, federal government of Nigeria to start Nigeria, all those ones are just to put that day and move on.
Talks.
Just to move on. If you really, from your heart, and you have fear of God or fear of Allah, you should know how to do the right thing at the right time. For me, I don't believe that whether the forecasts are coming, but the market on its own now is looking at where I can create wealth for Nigerians. But once we deal with this market, it start coming down, and the economy remain in the state. This government knows that Nigerians are watching.
So tell me,
because as we speak now,
yes,
if the market is just a bit consolation they're having,
yes,
the market is doing well.
Yes.
Why other indicators are not going?
Yes.
They need to make sure that they put in the policies that will support this market.
Good.
To keep some people worried. If
Yes.
the market comes down, people are not earning from
Good.
a lot of things. Become a problem for me. This is the time for them to put their policies together.
Now,
policies also to put an end.
All right. Now, with what you've said now, I want to ask you this big question. How was the market able to defy the economic odds to come out strong in the past year?
So it tells you that the managers of Nigeria corporate bodies are really striving.
Good.
That's why they should be the one managing Nigeria. That's why Nigeria should turn to.
We're seeing Temi Popokola being the group managing director now of the NGS.
Yes, fine, good. Let me see. We need a corporate Nigeria now. I believe that we have most some technocrats in the management, but let these people that are managing small corporate bodies that are listed on the exchange manage Nigeria. Nigeria will move forward. Because
you think so?
Yes.
Because it has always been a situation whereby when you have a very sound guy in the corporate environment, and by the time he comes into the political environment, it's as if there's a change of spirit. And then he gets there, instead of him to get things right, things just nosedive.
It's because it's only one man standing there. Most of them are politicians working with him. Even though in the ministries, all of them know who they are representing, who they are playing. If they have professionals also coming, that's why I said, the private sector can strive because they know what they want to achieve. But the public sector, everybody wants to sit and carry file and earn money. But I tell you, when we are productive, you provide result. You produce result. I mean, that is what it is. For me, I believe that Nigeria can move forward. All we need a new policy direction, and the person driving in that direction also should be there to show point. I tell you, appointed ministers, and by now I've not seen a clear direction because when they came, when I was talking, they said it's too early to ask them where are they going.
Over 7 months
now.
Yes,
it's too early. But for me, I can tell you that I've not seen where they are going to now.
I think what we can speak of the humanitarian ministry as it is right now is just corruption and nothing more than that.
I can't say so, but I tell you, I don't know where they are going now. Even the CBN, new CBN governor, that said he want to go to us, that this 2 months MPC meeting is just that they can be meeting once in a quarter. We agree. Where are we going? If you want to increase rate for the next 2 quarters, you want to put this economy into dark. What you are thinking? Okay, it's okay because we are seeing improvement in oil production. Is there enough? Our reserve, when is it start coming up again? And the exchange rate, where is it today? These are things that you should consider. Not just trying to impress people to come and no. Look in what can we do to address this issue of exchange rate? Why is that the black market is booming than the official market? You ask yourself a question. Okay, you have removed the 44 items that are
restricted by the
what is the impact
CBN
on what we are doing today? You should ask yourself a question. This is the thing that you bother me. But for me, I believe that the president should have all these ministers. Let me also have team of people that are not are not ministers. They are not this or that are sitting somewhere.
The president.
No, wait, I'm coming on. Right. Everybody that's hearing, let them hear.
All right.
President should leave a minister to work. Let the president work. You need guys that are smart. Pay them money and give me information what is happening in Nigeria. Those guys also form like a team at the back for those ministers. Because I tell you, I don't know whether they have team or not because the way they are moving, the way we are moving,
yes,
we'll soon name a year in government. Because we're already in January.
Yes.
By May, it's less than 5 months now. We're entering May. That is 1 year
in office.
In office. We have 3 years left.
Yes.
2017 is around the corner.
Yes.
And we have not seen any move to say where we are going.
I was going to say to you that there is going to be a kind of performance appraiser by this administration at the end of this month.
Oh, good.
So
good. I think that will be very nice.
I expect that the media, of course, will bring out all of the achievements that they've made.
I think that will be very nice.
And they will now wait based on the standards that the president or the benchmark the president has set for the ministers and their ministries. Only until then, we can tell the direction that they are heading to.
Fine, if you agree, let me
Ambrose,
wait. Let me wait
it's 2024. Let's talk markets. It's 2024. We're seeing the market recording an impressive first week trading. What's your reaction to this, and what projection do you think this will have on the impact or the overall impact of the market throughout the course of this year? Your thoughts?
For me, market opening at a very bullish, state at night is not guaranteed that the market will close positive at the end of the year. This is not the first time in Nigeria that we're seeing market opening strong like this. But one thing investors should know that the first coming to the market is because our market has become cheaper. Because the more we're having a naira depreciation, the more people can come with a little dollar, either Nigerians abroad or foreign investors are coming in. The way they are coming with their hard currency, with small $2 million, you know what is going to make impact. $2 million in Nigeria, how much is it today? That's a huge money to go to Nigeria stock exchange and move the market. That's why it's now done on us as a government to do that we address the issue of naira depreciation, which is very, very thing that you look at. And also, any other investment we do in Nigeria is below inflation. The only market that's returning higher above inflation is the stock market. That's why we are seeing funds entering there, because people want to hedge against inflation. Because even though you are earning millions and it's below inflation, you can't get what you need. But if you're in the market ahead of the market, ahead of inflation, you can make progress. That's why. And also, price of goods in Nigeria has increased. Everything has increased. The capital market will not remain down. That's why they are following the trend of what inflation was seeing.
All right.